This episode of Source Code News is brought to you by Parties For You. For the best margarita machine rentals in Houston, give them a call. 281-748-0057. That's 281-748-0057. By Cazadores Tequila. When you're in the mood for tequila, buy the best. Cazadores Tequila. And by Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give them a call. 713-237-8238. That's 713-237-8238. Welcome to Source Code News.
Fight! Perfect.
We are live every Thursday night on SCP Radio. We are your number one source in tech and gaming news. Join our chat room on scpradio.com or call in to be a part of the conversation.
Perfect. You win.
Welcome to Source Code News, episode number 36, recorded on November 9th. Is that what today is?
November 9th?
Yes.
Yeah? All right. 2017. I get confused. This show brings you the latest in tech, science, and gaming news for all you geeks out there. So be sure to tell a family member and a friend about the show and subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Follow us on YouTube, SoundCloud, and all of the social media accounts, sites. Did I mention we do the show live every Thursday night starting at 8:30 p.m. on scpradio.com, where you can check out our audio and video streams. We also have a chat room there, and you can message us, talk to us through that chat room on scpradio.com. You can call in at 832-910-7727 to ask a question or join the conversation. All right, guys, so how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. It's been good. It's been good. I think everyone's been busy the past week and a half, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of events, and yeah, it's been hectic.
With Halloween events and the World Series, it's been a full week and a half.
Yeah, we missed two straight weeks, and then I came back, and everybody was busy last week, so I couldn't. I just did the show. It was
Me,
Yeah.
Mom, you.
the boss, Faithy, and me. So we did the show there, and
It was a family event.
yeah, family event.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, so but we're back, and we are gonna play the first commercial for the show. Right, Wally?
Yeah, we are. As soon as I find it.
It's there where all the videos are. See how they're separated? The videos are all in one spot.
Yes.
But yeah, we're gonna play the Gonzalez Law Group.
Hurt in a car accident? Give us a call now.
Houston is a huge city filled with cars and trucks, and unfortunately, we have accidents every day.
We're not scared of those big bully insurance companies. We make them pay.
Do you need help? Call us now at 832-530-4070. That's 832-530-4070, or visit us at GonzalezLawGroup.net.
The Gonzalez Law Group. We're going to earn the right to be your legal team for life.
All right. So anybody getting any problems, any trouble, y'all call the Gonzalez Law Group, and they'll help you out and let them know that SCP Radio sent you. I want to say what's up to my dad. What's up? Thanks for checking us out. Hey, what's up, DJ Casper from Lubbock, Texas, checking in. How's it going, guys? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some tech.
Tech news.
All right, so this is a video, Wally. Star Wars speeders, finishing touch with mirrors. So these guys made a Star Wars speeder, and they made it look like it's kind of floating around, and because of mirrors on the sides. So they covered the wheels. It's like a motorcycle, electric motorcycle, and they covered the wheels with mirrors. So
it reflects the
it makes it look like it's, Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Put the video on the screen. So it's, let me
Technical
see.
difficulties.
Wait.
You see it? It looks kind of cool, right? It looks kind of cool.
That is really ridiculously but cool.
That's funny.
All right, so guys, it's best if y'all watch the show, not just listen. But so it's the motorcycle. It's called a Super 73.
Oh yeah, I know who did that. Yeah.
Okay, electric scooters. They make and they made Star Wars speeder bike with a twist for Halloween, adding some mirrored panels around the bottom of the bike, made for a decent visual effect that requires no upkeep or fancy workings. Having amazed everyone with the bike, they followed them up with a video of the building process. So yeah, they even had another video of how they built it and stuff. That's pretty cool. So the speeders,
That's
Oh god.
the speeders are shells built around their Super 73 electric scooter, with bases of what looks like MDF sitting on anchor points. Onto the base platform goes cardboard and expanding foam to create the correct shapes, which are then sanded, then coated in fiberglass and Bondo. Then it's time for paint, weathering, and all the assorted bits and pieces needed to make the speeders as screen accurate as possible. The real finishing touch are the mirrored panels to conceal the wheels and create a levitation illusion. As long as the mirrors are angled so they can reflect the pavement when viewed by a pedestrian, it works fairly well. Top it off with costumes and a ride around town with plenty of cameras. Of course, they naturally wanted to grab some eyeballs, and we have to say the end result looks nifty. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, if you just kind of glance at it in the perfect angle, it does look like it's floating.
Yeah, it's very creative.
Yeah, that's a smart way of doing it. So they didn't have to make it levitate. It just looks like it does.
So I guess that's kind of like now the prototype, and then later they're gonna upgrade where it's gonna be more streamlined,
Could be.
right?
Could be.
No, but that one was just for like
It was a Halloween thing. No?
yeah, because
Yeah.
those two guys always do something every
Yeah.
Halloween.
But if they could do something that's kind of similar, where people could actually buy it because they like the look of, I guess, floating, on the road.
Yeah. What was that dude took off after?
Yeah, after he got stopped, yeah.
He jumped on the speeder. He looked. He chucked the deuce and kept on going.
Well, that's cool. I like that.
That's crazy.
When I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute, what's happening? When I first saw that like that, I was like, wait a minute.
I think that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
then you're like, oh, they're mirrors. Yeah, so that's a neat illusion there. All right, so that's enough of that. Another StarArs
I was
article.
enjoying this so
Yeah, I know.
much, man.
This is for home and office. Star Wars Millennium Falcon wall mirror.
Oh, come on.
I need to buy this.
You gonna buy it?
For your office.
That would be so cool.
Finally, a place to check if you're starting to get a little scruffy looking with the 3D Millennium Falcon. Details on the frame of the wall mirror, perfect for weather and what the hell, perfect for wherever in whatever galaxy you call home. $39.99 for that.
What are the
Millennium.
specs?
There ain't no specs.
Mirror.
Like
Has
how
a
big it
good
is?
wall mount.
Yeah, how big is it?
I think that's pretty cool.
I
That
mean,
looks pretty small
it can make
for $40.
what was it? It can make the whatchamacallit run in 3 parsecs, or what was the
7 parsecs, I think it was.
7 parsecs? I was like, that doesn't even make sense. It's not a.
Oh, man.
But yeah, $39.99. Just so you know, that's what I want for Christmas, people. So y'all can get me that.
Kid.
It's not for a kid.
Do you want to go see Star Wars Last Jedi?
I sure as hell do.
But if you go, let me know. We'll go. I'll
Yeah,
go with you.
we're gonna have to go. All right,
Did you see Rogue One?
Rogue One, yes.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it,
I saw
dude?
it.
Star Trek fans love it.
They did.
That's That's where
I got bored like halfway through. I'm like,
it's
I was
Boy, halfway
excited.
through.
yeah, because you were expecting a action pack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That was the problem then.
It is not.
No, it's the story, and it's telling the story of. You remember on episode 4, which is the first Star Wars. How do you call it? What's her name has Princess Leia is giving the droid something and saying, you know, you need a
Yeah.
you
Give
know
him the droid. Give
to give to somebody to
General Kenobi.
Kenobi.
Yeah.
So you didn't watch it, or you don't remember?
I don't follow.
You don't watch Star Wars? Oh,
Oh
well.
my God.
Anyways, it starts off where she's doing like trying to give him the droid this, and then Darth Vader shows up and is trying, and he captures her and says, "Where is that thing?" You know, and she's like, "What are you talking about? I don't have it." And she had already passed it on, and they took off in a thing. Went to, well, leading up to that, it's the story leading up to that. You know, and it shows where she gets it, and
Yeah.
it's like and all the people that give it to her,
End up dying.
end up dying. Like, we don't know about these people because they died. They completely,
Yeah,
everybody
it's
died.
like, They all jacked it up.
Why and how?
Well, they were in a big war to get out the secret. The secret of, you know, the big
Death Star.
Death Star, how there's one weak point. With one bullet, they can destroy that humongous thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's how it was.
Yeah.
And she had that information. And she gave it to the droid. They took off. And then here comes Darth Vader. Give me that. I don't have it. You know, so how do you call it? They're the ones that stole the information. They went and got it from the, and they sent it, and then they all died. You see, and she ended up. I think she came down, got it, and then they were supposed to follow her or something, but they ended up dying. Like, they sacrificed themselves so she could get away or something like that. So it's actually a really good movie, and like I say, all Star Wars fans, they love it. They think
I watched every last one of them.
that's the shit. They love it, Rogue One, because it's weird because it's not part of the series. Like, it's a separate one-off. You know what I'm saying? What they're doing now,
Spin-off, yeah.
what they're doing now is
Oh, okay.
see, like, this year is
The Last Jedi.
the Last Jedi. It's a real Star Wars, but next year they're gonna do another, like Rogue One. They're gonna do something different, another story in that universe. It doesn't have to follow the timeline, but it's part of the universe. You know,
So it all
we don't know
kinda
what they're gonna.
intertwines.
Yeah, we don't know what they're gonna do.
So they're
Yeah.
branching off like a tree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because some of the books too.
Yeah, because there's a lot of the books
yeah.
go through.
The whole.
Yeah, yeah, there's probably people we never heard of in the movies that are in the books, and they're real famous. You know what I'm saying?
So in a way, kind of like the Justice League.
Yeah.
They start doing, stories on each one.
On each
and
one
then
or
start
whatever.
branching out.
Yeah.
And then when they do get together, everybody knows who everybody is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, what they're doing is one year's the Star Wars, the real Star Wars. Next year's a branch of it, you know. Then the next year the Star Wars, and then So, but like I said,
Next one is what Han Solo, right?
It's supposed to be.
oh yeah, it's supposed to be of Han Solo, his
Yeah.
backstory, his So next year,
I want to watch that.
exactly.
Yeah, and there was
So-
supposed to be one from about Luke too.
Oh, there's probably gonna be so there's, and it all fits in, right?
So what's going on?
It fits in. It's not separate, but it's the backstory, just to give you more info from the history of, I think it's a good idea. But like I said, Rogue One is not like a crazy, action. It's a lot of story.
How was the review?
I don't know, but the review from Star Wars fans is they loved it. That's what I heard from the nerd crowd. They loved it, So, I mean, I just recently heard of another movie, the Runner. What's it called?
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. Yeah, that's supposed to be like a continuation.
So yeah, if you've seen Blade Runner 1, have you seen it? No. Okay, it's slow. Like, if you watch it now, you're like, wow, this is a slow movie. But that's how movies were back then. It's just story. It's not action packed.
Okay. No. I'm thinking Tron, but no.
Yeah, no, not Tron.
Oh, wow.
So then-
I've seen that in a long time.
This is a continuation or something of that, like so many years later. Well, from what I hear a review, no spoilers, that it's real slow. But the guy said, the more I think of it, the more I love it. Like, he's like, I love the movie, and the more I think of the stuff that happened in it, I even love it more. Like, they were real big fans of the first one, and we were coming in to be disappointed, and then we absolutely loved it. It's a long ass movie, and it's not action packed. So it's like probably a 2 hour long. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I'm pretty sure the kids.
So there's a little action, but more intense drama in there.
Probably, yeah. It's a lot of story. And they said they loved it. They're like, wow,
That's good.
Yeah. So and the thing is, most people go into a movie waiting for those like summer action, movies, and it's not like that, But
Kids won't like it.
that's what I'm thinking is that she might get bored if I take her.
It depends, because I have to be interested in it. Like I'm gonna compare it to something else. Harry Potter, the first movie was so long and boring, but since I like it, I watched it.
Well, if you watch the first one and you can watch it and not get bored, then maybe you'll go.
So
watch the
it has to
second
be one of those that you have to start from the beginning.
one. I think so.
Right, because you cannot bring someone in the middle,
And they don't
'cause
know.
they're gonna just be bored.
Yeah,
as
they're not
do
gonna
that to me
understand
all
that.
the time. They always take me to movies of the second part. I'm like, I didn't even see the first one. I'm asking them.
And
all
whose
these
fault?
questions.
We tried to take them to the first part.
No, you didn't.
Maybe it was in R17.
It was a long time ago.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, driverless shuttle.
Got it for you guys.
Who wants to take that one?
Right there.
A driverless shuttle set free in downtown Las Vegas was involved in a minor accident less than an hour after it hit the streets.
Who was driving? No, just kidding.
Driverless.
Not really the kind of publicity you want or that self-driving cars needed. The shuttle, an egg-like 8-seater Navia, is operated by the AAA and Kalos. Kilos? It was a test deployment along half a mile of Fremont East Innovation District. So this thing was cruising the strip, probably a good thing. However, it must be said that technically the Robocar was not at fault.
It was not at fault.
Not at fault. Come on.
It struck a semi that was backing up and just grazed it. None of the passengers were hurt.
So it was struck by a semi that was backing up. So it was just driving, and a truck backed into the street and hit it. But it wasn't. It just grazed it. But
well, I'd like to
it
see
should
the
have stopped.
video or the police report. Or
it should have stopped.
Should have stopped.
Yeah, like what?
But I guess. But let's say it's coming, and it's already past. Because it's a van. It's a long vehicle, right?
Right.
Let's say, and then it just grazes it. Could have happened. And how's it gonna know? It can't see from the sides. And how's it? Even if it stops, it just gets hit anyways.
Okay, let's move on. Because from what I heard, it was different.
Oh, you heard about it?
Yeah. Like any functioning autonomous vehicle, the shuttle can avoid obstacles and stop in a hurry if needed. Apparently, it can't do. What it apparently can't do is move a couple of feet out the way it looks like a 20-ton truck is going to back into it. So it just said it doesn't, since he doesn't have any peripheral, I guess.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where to
swerve.
swerve.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, if it did, it probably could have.
Or
but
hit
it
a
was
car
only,
next to it.
Right, because it was only traveling 15 miles an hour from an article I read, and which wasn't fast. But again, is the motion detectors, or were they able to sense anything?
That's human error, not computer error. It shouldn't have to swerve, right?
Right.
It shouldn't have to swerve.
Right, because
the dummy that was backing up should know what they're doing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it could have done something to prevent it, but I guess not. I guess it's not meant for. Like I said, what if it swerves and it hits another car?
So here's the question: is if where was the point of impact?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
they don't say. But that's what I'd like to know.
As you and I know, if I see a truck,
yeah, you stop or whatever.
I either slow down or I go
to the next lane.
I look real fast like everyone does, and if I could swerve, I could. But I guess if it sensed that this is the way I'm supposed to go, 50 miles an hour. There's no traffic in front or back of me. I'm okay. I see the green light. But again, does it sense if someone comes on the side?
I'm pretty sure it has, because even my car has a sensor on the side. It knows there's somebody. There's a car next to me, so I'm pretty sure it knew. But maybe in the programming it says, "Well, don't swerve because you may hit something," and it's your fault.
And there might have been a car next to it where it couldn't swerve.
Well, maybe we don't know that.
So I'd like to see the whole.
That would be to see a video of it. That would be better. But yeah, that's crazy. It's been up. It was how long? Less than an hour, and it got hit. That's crazy.
And there were passengers on there also.
Yeah, it was
That's
passengers.
what it is?
Huh?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they. That's the picture they gave me. I don't know if that's the exact.
It said it fit
Thingy.
8 to 15 or
8
was
to
it
15 people.
8 people, I
don't
think.
know.
She's a little thingy.
It's a little thingy. A little bus.
All right, so let's move on. Who wants to take this one from Dart from Stranger Things?
Me.
Okay. Let me.
No. Okay.
Hi, Mom. Oh, keep going.
If you watch Stranger Things 2, you'll know what happens if you feed a wee baby Demogorgon. And while Dustin's pet food of choice was nougat, Netflix's new website is letting you feed your worst enemies to
Dartarian
or
or something.
Oh yeah, that's what he named him.
Yeah, Dart.
Built to promote the second season of Stranger Things. Feed Dart is a quick and easy little generator which lets you upload an image of your choice for Dart to munch on. Head to the website where you'll find a hungry pre-back legs Dart hanging out. Upload an image of your choice, be it a friend, enemy, or someone you just like to see trumpeted by a future demo dog. You'll get a little video to share on social media or to just watch again and again. It's one of a handful of promotional activations for the Netflix series, including a Spotify playlist generator and a Snapchat AR experience and filter.
That's cool. So yeah, you you give it a picture, and then he chomps it and eats it.
Oh my God.
So you can put
put
your enemy's picture on there and
Okay.
watch it over and over and over.
You can share it too.
Dart ate you.
Who's he eating?
Oh yeah, this one's you. This one's you. For you too. The next one.
Me?
Yep. You're the only one with the iOS.
Don't use the calculator on iOS 11. Do I have that? No, I think I've updated it.
You haven't
I don't
updated?
like updating my phone. We already know that for various users, iOS 11.1 makes media playback stutter, breaks audio control on the lock screen, and autocorrects the word I to an unrecognizable character. But there's more. It also breaks the calculator app. For many users, the calculator app on iOS 11.1 is so slow that it doesn't register all your button presses. For example, as TechBlog Select All points out, if you type 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals, your answer will be 24, not 6. That's because the calculator doesn't register the plus signs fast enough. So it reads your input as 1 plus 23. To avoid this in calculator, you have to type very slowly. Until Apple fixes this, skip calculator altogether, try these calculators instead.
So just other calculators. But yeah, it's crazy. And what they were saying is it's an animation bug. So instead of the calculator skipping the animation, like when you push a 1, it makes the 1 happen. It's a little animation. And then you put plus, and it shows that you're doing a plus. And then you push 2. Well, it takes too long. The animation's too slow. So you push 1 plus 2 plus 3, and it just picked the 1 plus 2 plus 23, I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they say if you do 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals, it'll actually think you put 1 plus 23 equals, and then it'll put 24. So what they're saying is what could have been done is on the animation, it should forego the animation for the button press. So like if it's trying to animate a number, but you press another button, it should stop the animation and go to the next, the next
But why
button
does
press.
it need an animation?
Because
It's just a calculator app.
Well, no, the animation is putting the one up. Or
It's what you see.
It's whatever you see. It's not really
the
like
animation.
a crazy thing. It's just putting up the one. It's just for some reason it's real slow doing it, and instead of it cares more about the animation than the actual button presses.
It's a glitch.
It's a glitch. They just need to fix it.
Mine works very well.
But it's weird because I heard people when they were talking about this, people were saying this has been a glitch for a while, even in past. Yeah, but
Mine
nobody
did
has
it.
ever said it, huh?
Because
Mine
nobody
did
uses a
it.
Did
calculator.
you do it fast?
Yeah.
1 plus 2
Are you
plus
upgraded
3?
to 11?
Huh? No, I don't like upgrading mine.
She's not upgraded to 11.
Okay, so you don't know then. Your work's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to
Try it.
upgrade it.
Do
No.
it fast. Do it for. No, I'm saying do the thing
Oh,
again.
I-
Do it real fast.
You do it.
Huh?
I'm not good at that.
Let's try it.
At adding?
Yeah, this one works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him do it slower than that on 11. And it's like 1 plus 2
I know,
plus
I'm like,
3,
what plus
24.
two? Wait,
What
wait.
the hell?
Man, that's slow there.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Why don't you upgrade your phone?
Because I don't like.
It's
they
lazy.
give us new emojis and they give us new things that I don't like.
Then it slows down your phone. huh?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
don't like
That's the
doing
problem
that.
with iOS.
That's why
as
I don't
soon as
update
you-
them right away
yeah.
until like someone says something about it.
Yeah, it was because it starts requiring more power than you OS.
And my phone already dies the second I open it.
Well, what version is your phone? Because sometimes if the phone's so old, it won't accept the newer versions, or it won't actually update
iPhone
anymore.
It won't even update. Yeah,
It's
Okay.
iPhone 6.
6, 7, 8, 2
Oh,
years.
you're
2
way.
years.
Hopefully for Christmas,
No, no,
you'll get the iPhone 10.
He won't
no,
get me
probably not. I doubt it. Really doubt it. And I heard the iPhone 10 is freaking awesome.
I know
don't
who
want
gives
that.
them away for free, but I can't say it on the air.
Oh, well, I need 2 of them.
You need 2 of them.
I got 2 hands.
No, I want. You know what I want more than a phone? Guess.
A car,
A car.
No.
Oh,
a baby brother.
Guess.
a baby sister.
You.
Guess.
A puppy.
Your older sister to come home?
No.
New parents.
What do I always ask you for?
Money?
No. For
I have no
Christmas,
clue.
I'm like, I want this, and you're like, it's funny. Where you gonna put it? It's too big. It's too much money.
Yep.
And you're like, maybe after you take lessons for it, maybe we'll buy
A
you.
car.
Oh, she wants a piano.
I want a grand piano.
Oh, baby gran.
I thought
Yeah.
you said
You need to take a
cello.
loan.
I want a piano.
Sweet for your sweet 15. That's what your dad will get it for your sweet 15. Baby gran.
That's all you get.
She about crazy.
I want a
She
piano.
ain't getting
Hey,
that.
do you know how to play the piano?
Kinda.
Okay.
I mean, I
It's
just.
good enough.
I was so
Good enough.
taught,
That's good enough.
but I don't know how to use both hands.
Hey, just go on eBay, buy your little baby gran.
I have no.
Oh, I
I
knew
have an
that,
electric
knew that
piano
was
like
coming.
this big.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on. Let's skip
All
that
right.
one. Let's go.
Comcast.
Yeah, skip. Can you go to the next one?
The Comcast one?
No,
Or-
skip it.
skip it.
Yeah.
Drop test
Yeah.
includes
Concludes.
concludes iPhone X is the most breakable iPhone.
And
Of
it's
course.
called- it's called the iPhone 10.
Oh, well. Well, no, I said iPhone X.
And no, that's the 10.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, say 10, sir.
Roman numerals, alright.
Roman numeral.
Okay. Well, we don't call Xbox One X 10.
No,
Okay.
no, that's an X.
Yeah. Okay.
This one's 10.
Okay. As we suspected in our review, their review, the iPhone 10 is
You know that's
And-
gonna, sorry. let me
Oh,
interrupt.
here it comes.
But there's a lot of people that are gonna go like, can I have the iPhone X?
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Oh,
do
yeah.
it. And they didn't want that. They Apple didn't want it to be called that. They're like,
but
no,
it
it's
sounds better
the
like
10.
that. though.
Right, but people that don't know what X
Why it's called-
Roman numeral stands for are gonna ask for the iPhone X.
Yeah, it's gonna be called
But,
the X.
you know.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds better like iPhone
Yeah.
X. Alright.
but it's the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, that's why
That's
they
why they're
want
doing
it
that.
to be.
10. Yeah.
But anyways,
All right. It's not faring well in the first drop and durability test. 2 different drop tests showed immediate damage to the device. consumer electronic site CNET.
CNET.
CNET. Oh,
Everybody knows CNET.
Not me.
nope. Ran a drop test from a high of 3 feet. The glass of the corner of the phone cracked on the very first test, which dropped the phone on its side. A second test dropped the phone on its face, leading to even more fractures. CNET conclude that dropping the phone without a case is out of the question.
Yeah, but see, this is not my phone. The
8.
the S8. I dropped it from table height, like from here. I caught it with my foot, and it still went like that. And it hit one corner, or it landed on its face, and it cracked on all corners. So the phones are freaking weak.
The 8?
Yeah, the S8.
I thought it was to have the Gorilla Super Glass.
Yeah, but it's glass.
You see the cracks on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
that's why was
dropped
by
it
bumpers.
once. And the thing is, I had just taken this thing off, and I came out here, and I grabbed it from my pocket or something, and it just slipped. And I put, like I said, my foot, and I caught it. And
To release the impact, right?
yeah, I tried to catch it, and it landed, and then it went. Bloop. I was like, son of a bitch.
So you get a new one, or is it cracked?
No, it's still cracked.
You see?
You just can't see it. I mean,
Is that the corners?
it's at the corners, but if you you can't really see it. But when you look close, there's pieces I think missing right here.
It's still under warranty, right?
Yeah, and plus I pay for the warranty. You know, I pay
Insurance.
Yeah, the insurance thing.
But I mean, what I read, it's supposed to be very durable.
Psh, that thing is so. Like I said, it from where it landed from my foot and then fell. It was about this far.
Because you know what? I mean, I still have the S6, and I've dropped that son of a gun many times. And
But you know, this one has
very-
more glass. This is that's what I say, they're
Well, I have the
fragile as
edge.
hell.
I have the edge.
Well, I don't know, because I've heard everybody say that the moment these things fall,
Let me see.
the moment they fall, that's it.
It's weird where they crack.
And you
Yeah.
know they come up with the S9,
Oh,
right?
oh yeah, that
All corners,
sucks.
all corners.
But you know what? The edge, mine is, I don't know, because mine's got the. I don't know if it's the same because it's got the. It's not like yours where it's got, you know, it's beveled. So at the end, I guess maybe because yours has more edge. Because look, see.
Oh.
So when it drops on that edge.
Oh yeah, no. It looks more like mine. It'll drop and hit straight glass.
That-
That's
yeah.
why. That one has a little bit of side the edge on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This one looks like it hits straight glass. There's nothing around it. That's why I was like, to me, they're all fragile. All the new phones. You know, you have to have them in a freaking case.
Yeah, the S9 is
But I
coming
mean,
out next year.
But again, what you know, one of the selling points for Samsung was that it's got the Gorilla, you know, unbreakable glass on both sides.
All the iPhones always had Gorilla Glass. They always
And
made,
they break
and
so
they're the ones
easily.
that break the fastest.
Fastest.
Yeah, and they have that. Always have the newest Gorilla Glass. What is it? 3.0 now. Gorilla Glass 3, and it's the strongest. But it's strong, but it's still fragile. It cracks. Like you can't maybe bend and break it, but with a hard boom.
Right.
Like on concrete.
But that's a flaw right there. That when you dropped it, it broke it all four corners. It
Yeah.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it landed directly on its face because I think I caught it and it went boom. You know, it like bounced and it went boom. It landed perfectly, pa, and all four corners shattered.
That was weird.
Well, I picked it up and you can't really tell when you just look at it. So I was like, oh, okay, it's fine. And then all of a sudden, slowly, I started noticing all the cracks. I was like, what the hell? But oh well, like I said, and it's starting to act a little weird.
Uh-oh.
Funny you should say that because I had dropped when I first got my S6. I dropped it. It started acting weird, so I sent it back and
Yeah.
I got another one.
I'm thinking I'm getting close to sending it back because a couple of the apps are starting to get stuck. I can't even exit them. I have to turn the phone off and turn it back on.
Yeah.
And it wasn't doing that before.
I had the same problem.
So something broke. Something probably broke inside. Which makes it that sucks even more. It's really fragile. All right. So the next one is sorry Comcast, voters say yes to city-run broadband in Colorado. So this is a story because, let's say voters in Fort Collins, Colorado, were approved a ballot question that authorizes the city to build a broadband network, rejecting a cable and telecom industry campaign against the initiative. Fort Collins voters said yes to a ballot question that gives the city council permission to establish a telecommunications utility to provide broadband services. Unofficial, partial returns as
1:00 a.m. showed the measure was passing with 57% of the vote.
okay. So they 57% of the vote.
So it passed.
Yeah. The vote doesn't require the city to build a broadband network, but it gives the city council the permission it needs to move forward on the plan if it chooses to do so. So this is a big deal.
Which means that Comcast cannot monopolize the area and just be the only one there.
Exactly.
So now other broadband companies can come in
Yeah.
and provide broadband for the city.
Yeah. Well,
in a sense,
yeah.
or other companies.
It could even be Comcast. They could say, I want to get some broadband from you, but we're going to distribute it under our name and this and that.
Charge whatever.
Yeah,
we
charge
can,
what
I
we
guess.
want to, and you're going to sell it to us at a cheap price to where we can, do it. See, this had started a while back, and then all the like Comcast and Xfinity, they all ran into the government and said, why is the government trying to come and take our business? Y'all can't do that. They're like, well, it's competition, we're making it more competitive because y'all are charging way too much.
It is a monopoly.
And they're like, no, but we have permission, because back in the day, they gave them the permission to be a monopoly in sense, and so they have all this power right now, and they weren't letting people do that. They were making the government, because like I said, the cities were saying, well, we're going to do our own. And some were saying, we're going to give free Wi-Fi to the whole city. Our whole city's going to have free Wi-Fi wherever you're at.
Well, that's what Bill White wanted to do, was have free Wi-Fi for the city.
Yeah, and a couple of cities had done it. I think they had to take it off because of Comcast and Xfinity and whoever else that, these big companies, because they said, no, we are the only ones allowed to, here's the law. So they're finally starting to do something about it. I mean,
that's good.
It's good because at least if they did it, then another city's going to say...
So it said presidents.
Yeah, so now it says presidents. So I'm hoping, because like I said, back in the day, they were gonna do it to a lot of cities.
That's good, because the only cable company I can get in my humble area or where I live is Comcast. That's it.
You can't even get Xfinity?
Well, I have Xfinity, but
Xfinity, not Xfinity. The other one, AT&T.
No,
you can't get AT&T.
Nope.
See,
I'm screwed.
So that's here. I have those two options. I can get Comcast or AT&T.
It's Xfinity, or I think Spectrum or something. It's, I don't know, a dial-up.
Yeah.
No.
No.
But I did see that they're installing fiber optics.
Oh yeah.
In my neighborhood, which
you
is
didn't
good
see
because
who's doing it?
No. The fiber optics are being installed by a contractor.
Oh,
but it's probably by
Comcast,
Xfinity, because now they're advertising gigabyte speed.
Oh, they are.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, see, I wish Google would have kept doing what they were doing. They were offering gigabit speed for like $130 a month, with television and shit.
And what happened with that?
They did it to one or two cities, and then they just
didn't take off.
Well, they loved it. The cities that got it were like, yeah, and then they just stopped because they weren't making money. It wasn't a money thing. They just wanted to show, look, it's easy. Well, they were like, look, everybody, it's easy and it's cheap to do this. I don't know why these companies aren't doing it. And in those cities, Comcast and Xfinity, they brought their rates down to match. See what competition does. But Google's got so much shit they're doing. I guess they said, well, we're going to put that on hold. We may continue it, but so we're out of luck. All right. So, play the next, let me see, Cazadores commercial.
Yes. That's what you want me to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or should we do our own like last time?
Oh, God, here we go.
Oh, it's on mute.
Of course, we want the best of the best.
Well then, Tequila Cazadores is the one for you.
Hey, bartender, we need a round of shots.
Do you want what everybody else is having, or do you want the best of the best?
Of course, we want the best of the best.
Well then, Tequila Cazadores is the one for you.
For those special moments in your life, whether it's a special occasion or just a day relaxing with your friends, drink the best of the best, Tequila Cazadores.
All right. Let's get into some science.
Science news.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. All right. So, Sophia, the robot.
Hello, Sophia.
Have
How are
you
you
Hello, everybody.
heard of
I am
Sophia the robot?
How?
She just got her citizenship in.
She's not very good.
Where is it? I forgot. I can't remember, and it's not on. And it's not on here because they're not talking about that. But she got a citizenship. she has rights. So she's
where? From where?
It's Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
A Saudi citizenship. So Sophia was made by Hanson Robotics, based in Hong Kong. It is currently a demonstration product doing a tour of the world's media. Business Insider caught up with it at Web Summit, the gigantic tech conference in Lisbon. They asked it a few unplanned questions and got a variety of answers, ranging in quality from impressive to nonsensical. Sophia delivered its side of the interview while making a series of faces, some eerily appropriate, some grotesquely bizarre. Given that Sophia is only a few months old, it's a promising start. It runs on artificial intelligence software that is constantly being trained in the lab. So its conversations will likely get faster. Its expressions will have fewer errors and will answer increasingly complex questions with more accuracy. So you see her face, she looks at you, she smiles, she'll frown, she'll be confused. She opens her eyes, closes them. They try to make her look like a person.
So, I mean, is she one of the self-learning as she goes?
Yeah, but they do it in the lab. So they probably got her software and they're constantly making it learn, and then they just update her with the newest version. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's her out and about learning at the same. No,
but I mean, like that news conference, is she learning what was asked? And
I don't think so.
And then by viewing the people, and then going back and saying, okay, my facial expression weren't appropriate.
No,
at the time.
I don't think so. They
and again is, you know how sometimes I talk to you, right, and all of a sudden I think about something, I look away, and then I look at Faith or Hector, or I mean, is she gonna do those?
She kind of did that. Mm-hmm. It was weird because they asked her one of the times they asked her a question about something, and she's like I just thought of something, and she just
did those mannerisms.
Yeah, but she went off to something.
Yeah, she didn't answer the question.
She didn't answer the question, and she went to something else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then sometimes they asked her a question and she answered it really good. Like,
yeah.
Like that's why they were like
they were surprised,
eerily accurate. Like, okay, you know. They even asked her because supposedly at one point she said she wanted to kill all humans. You know, I think when she first started. And then so they asked her that again, and she said, "I love humans." And they're like, "Why do you love humans?"
It took a while for her to say
and she
that.
stayed quiet, and she's like, "I don't know why yet."
Yeah.
You know, but I love humans. You know. And they're like, "But didn't you say that you wanted to kill all humans?" And she kind of got after him and said, like, I am this and that, and I need you to treat me the way you want to be treated." Or she said some shit like that. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Respect.
Oh, here, do you like ideas right here?
Yeah.
She took a while. She's like.
She took a while to answer the shit. Yeah.
And she's thinking.
I love them.
But
Why do you love them? Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, and she goes off to something else to answer some other question or whatever.
How
But
do you learn things? Is this what she said that weird thing?
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of impressive, but then I'm like, it's so simple to have a guy back there typing in the answer for her to you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To speak,
Respond.
to respond.
The Great Oz.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm like, it's impressive, but I don't know exactly what they're doing. How do I know it's just AI? It could be somebody down there doing something, you know, making her respond a specific way, you know. So, and some of the conferences, the host that interviews her, he was told to ask specific questions so she could answer them.
So she knew those questions in advance.
They already knew in advance, and they set her up for it.
Mm-hmm.
But then the guy at the end says, "Look, we did kind of like, not on this one, but on another one where she's in front of an audience. There, it's more of a small interview kind of, but she's in front of an audience on the stage, you know, and the guy's asking her questions, and at the end he goes, "Look, we had set something up already. I had specific questions, but I asked her other ones, and she gave out pretty decent answers."
So in a sense, it was in a controlled environment,
Kind of a controlled.
and then but the host decided to
Ask a couple
certain
more.
questions.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, you know, not bad, you know." So, but we have, you know, you can make like a list of questions, like hundreds of thousands, and have appropriate answers. And when you say the question to her, she'll just look in her list and then blurt out I mean, it doesn't mean it's AI. It could be that, but AI means no, she understands what you're saying and comes up with a response. That's why I say I don't trust it until, you know, later on down the line when they can prove that it is AI, it is learning, it is, you know, because I say, you can make responses already in its in the memory. You know, it can just look for that little keyword and this is the answer.
And the question would be, okay, if you're in a life death situation, who would you save, your mother or your daughter? See?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Who would you save?
Oh. Can't save both, huh?
No. You know who you? I mean,
the daughter.
The daughter.
You have to because the mom's older,
right? Yeah.
You gotta
That's
give.
what I was gonna say.
No, not you.
I have to.
The other daughter.
The other daughter.
Why would you want to save the other daughter?
But again, is some of
child.
those questions where she's got a reason, right, and know and make a choice,
Yeah,
and see what she chooses, because again is okay. You have two people in front of you with a gun, and let's say she's got a weapon. So who do you kill? The criminal or the citizen? She's got to be able to choose who's who.
yeah, but you know, stuff like that. Since she's a robot, they're gonna give her, those aren't gonna be up to her. Those are gonna be implanted, like certain situations are gonna be already set. Scenarios are gonna be set in stone. You never hurt a human, right? You may be able to defend yourself, but not hurt a human at all. There's going to be a lot of things that have to be set.
Safety standards.
Oh, yeah. Because we don't want them to get smarter than us and decide, okay, guys, all of y'all humans, we're going to get rid of y'all and make this world a better place.
You know, now we're talking about Terminator days.
Yeah, no, but that's, I mean, even, a lot of smart people are even talking about, we need to start thinking about this stuff now.
Right, because again, if you have one as a helper or whatever in your home, and you're sleeping, all of a sudden she decides, like, well, why do I need him?
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden.
Yep. Cut your neck. Break your neck. Yep.
Okay, let's move on.
So next, we have a sad story. Dick Gordon, astronaut who walked in space and flew to the moon, dies at 88.
That's at 88.
So, Richard Dick Gordon, an Apollo-era NASA astronaut who became the 4th American to walk in space and one of the 24 humans to fly to the moon. He died on Monday, November 6th, at age of 88. Gordon's death was confirmed by NASA and the Astronaut Scholarship Foundation. Cause of death was not stated. Let me see. We lost a good friend and former director, Tammy Sudler, president and CEO of the Scholarship Foundation, wrote in an email to supporters on Tuesday afternoon. Dick always did everything in style and his way. He was loved by many and will be missed by all. Gordon was chosen with NASA's third group of astronauts in 1963. He flew 2 times to space, first as pilot of Gemini 11 in 1966, and then as Apollo 12 command module pilot in 1969. So we lost another astronaut. We did one of those. We mentioned one of those not too long ago. I guess they're all at that age, in their 80s.
But he was close. I mean, he he wasn't one of the select few to actually land on the moon. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Let me see. Which earlier you played which commercial did you play earlier?
The Cazadores.
You did?
Yes.
All right, so now it's gonna be the Parties for You one.
Yes. Ready for it?
Yes, go for it. You gotta grab it from the top there, Wally.
Yeah.
I don't think it unmuted.
Yeah, I know.
I want to throw a big party and wow my guests, but I don't know what to do.
All you have to do is call SCP for your DJ needs and Parties for You for your margarita rentals. They have the best margarita mixes in town. With these 2 companies, you will wow your guests. They will talk about your party for years to come. For your margarita rentals, look us up on Facebook, Parties for You.
Or call 281-748-0057.
And don't forget to mention SCP sent you. Together, we are the future of entertainment.
All right, let's go into some gaming.
Is it gaming you want?
Gaming news.
Game news.
You're next.
I'm trying to do something.
What are you trying to do?
I do checks for a living.
Okay, this is the one.
American Truck Simulator. New Mexico pursues a real America, not a Hollywood America. The famous Rio Grande River, for instance, was not a dramatic flourish of crystal water, but a brown scar across a concrete land. The New Mexico DLC is not out to impress in that way. It is there to be modern America. There are not places that make you sigh and long to be, but places you drive through with a slight shudder. Relieved when you have left them and have returned to the dramatic telegraph poles and satellite dishes of the vast, abandoned feeling land outside. Does that sound like I enjoy my time in New Mexico less than I do my time in ATS other states? Was that? Not a bit of it. When I drive in search of a mood. In California, Arizona, Nevada, that mood is one of a yearning for freedom. The open road, no masters, no simple life. In New Mexico, that mood is one of almost savage introspection. I don't want to stop in any of these places. I don't have anywhere particular I want to reach. I just want to drive and think and mourn for lost things and lost people, both real and imagined. It is
Purgatorial
rather than a Liberty song.
All right, so this is the new expansion pack for what is it? American Truck Simulator, and it's New Mexico, and they didn't make it all shiny and bling blingy. They're trying to make it more realistic, huh?
More scenic, more rustic, more real.
Not so shiny and Hollywoody.
Most of the time where I drive is like the desert. There's freaking tumbleweeds going across the road.
Which kind of makes sense because if you make it, if the simulation is long and boring, then you know whether to stay awake or dozing off or anything. And along with that, I don't know if you heard about the new trucker hat that I think Ford or I'm not sure which company is trying to produce. That it's a trucker hat, which is kind of like a baseball hat, and it knows if you're dozing off, and it'll alert you with sounds or or vibration or anything to wake you up.
Yeah, I've seen people make those like homemade style. You know, they put on this thing. It's not really a hat. They just put something on.
Yeah.
And the moment it go to a certain level, that it beep, 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 you know, it's an alarm. Be like, oh.
You should throw water on me.
Right. Just put a cup with water on top of you. The moment you fall asleep, it falls on you. But I let Faithy read this one because this is what she does for a living.
She wants to be a trucker.
She is a trucker.
I am. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Well,
I already am.
What's your handle?
My handle.
She's Faithy.
Yeah.
Is that your?
I think it's like.
She's just Faithy.
Yeah, I think it's
Faithy.
Yeah.
I think it's Faithy.
Yep, but she drives trucks for a living. That's her job. She's always. I'm like, Faithy, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm on my way. You know, from.
Is it good money?
I'm from Fresno to Las Vegas or something.
It's good money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good money.
But like the ones that have good money are so long. It takes like so long just to deliver it. Oh my god.
Well, the trick is on the long road you need to pick up side loads to make more money, right?
No, you can't because you got a truck already with stuff in it.
Well, but if you have if you know the length of your truck and you only have so much booked on your flatbed, then you have enough space to pick up other side loads.
It doesn't work that way. You go pick up the whole. You go with
container.
You go pick up the container and you take it, and they give you a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And if you don't make it, they pull the money or you don't get paid. You know.
And then if you like get like tickets and do bad and you crash a lot, then they'll.
And you crash a lot. Faithy crashes all the time.
I'm not good at turning with those long things. I don't know how to do that. It's so hard.
I told you, you gotta, you know.
Yeah, but doing on the keyboard is hard.
Oh yeah, she plays it with the keyboard.
I'm getting pretty good at it too.
Yeah.
I tried to connect the controller, but it wouldn't work.
So, is this kind of similar? I mean, is it?
It's the same game, except it's that game. It's just an added map.
Yeah, but.
So that's the game, and you can back it up like what I would do. I would you get to the place and it shows you where you have to back up the truck.
3 things.
Yeah, and so I would sit there and fight with it to try to
get the hardest one.
I would look for the hardest way. The easy way to park, medium way to park, or the actual hard part, and you get more money. So I would always go try to park in the hard spot. You know, you got to back it up. And it's easy if you look top down. There's a top down view where you can see the whole truck,
That's
right?
what I do.
But I don't want to do that. I want to be in the cab and look through the mirror. So you have to turn your head on the thing and look out the window, and that's how I back it up. And I don't know how to back up a truck, so I fight. You know?
So have you guys jackknifed it or anything?
Oh yeah, I've done all kinds of. One time, I had put the steering wheel on after I was using, I think, the controller, and I didn't adjust the settings, and so I kind of did a turn, and the whole I had already taken off I paused it, swapped out controllers, and when I unpaused it on the new controller, I kind of moved it a little, and it took it and the whole truck goes flipping.
So every time you guys play this game, you guys have this music in the background.
You can.
No.
I know that.
You know, you can choose music if you have it on your laptop and put it on there. But other than that, no.
I play SCP radio, sir, when I'm driving. That's good enough.
Come on, man! This is Smokey the Bandit theme song.
Yeah,
this is classic.
Next,
put the hammer down.
Next,
I flipped his car one time.
What is it? Is it GameStop one?
Yeah.
You like that, Wally?
All right.
I remember that.
I'm going to GameStop.
GameStop. GameStop nearly sells through its Xbox One X supply in 24 hours. Wow. Sales of the new Xbox One X have been incredible. We have sold through most of our intentional
initial
allotment
in just one day. GameStop SVP of merchandising Bob Puzo said, "We are already working with Microsoft to get our hands on more of the world's most powerful video game console." So okay, let's see.
So did they underestimate the?
See how much.
It's a $500 console.
Yeah, $500 console. Yeah.
So I guess they didn't have enough.
I guess they didn't think it was gonna be so popular.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I haven't bought one. Did y'all buy one? No. I mean, I want one.
Well,
I don't have a TV for it.
Well, I have the TV.
Yeah, so I don't have the TV for it. So
What do you mean
no
TV?
point.
Is
It's
there
a
TV?
4K.
It's a 4K system.
console. So I was like, it's no point. I don't have a 4K TV.
Yeah.
But it is a point. It'll make your 1080p look even better.
Yeah, but the TV in the living room is 720.
Oh.
And then
Wait,
I'm
wait.
good with the one in my room. It's
So-
already 1080. So
If you have a 1080 and you have a 4K console, I mean,
It upscales your 1080. It'll make it look better. And it'll be smoother. Everything will be better.
so it's okay. then.
Yeah, it's good. It's even if you have
I mean, you don't have to have a 4K.
No, but that's where you get all the benefit. To me, that's where you get the benefit. And if you have a 4K with HDR on it, that makes the colors pop even better. It takes advantage. That console takes advantage of all that and makes it look awesome. So that's what I want. I would like to get that Xbox One X, but it's $500.
Come on, man. Just dip a little bit into Faithy's college fund.
College
Excuse
fund.
me.
Yeah.
She never know.
Excuse me.
She'll never know.
Oh, I will know.
You never know.
I'm here trying to go to college.
No.
Well, wait a minute. You
Shut up.
You guys.
Just shush.
Okay, moving on.
God.
So, anyways, November 7th is when it launched. What's today, the 9th?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So 2 days ago.
So how many of these consoles did these stores have?
Probably like 10.
Right.
I don't know. I'm thinking like 10. They're making a big deal, but they even said Microsoft already told them we're getting a shipment to y'all. So since y'all already sold out, we're sending another shipment.
So they were doing kind of like a test run where we'll make so many.
Well, maybe they had
and
100.
see-
I don't know.
And see what the volume sell is.
Yeah, I mean, to me nowadays, like, I would make as many as possible and try to have because you want to sell them on the first week. That's where you make all your money. After that, it's slow sales. So I would try to get as many as I could out the door in the first week, and because like I said, that's where they make all their money.
But that was the problem with the 360.
That they couldn't get any.
Yeah, and then
enough.
like the second they just threw a whole bunch, and you know what happened?
Oh, the red ring, the red ring of death.
Because they were rushing sales just to make the money.
Yeah, but I mean, by now they should know. Usually,
Okay.
the third time's a charm. So they had the Xbox 360, now it's the Xbox One. So now that they should be doing it correctly, no problems. I heard someone was complaining about they had it on, they were downloading some games, and he's like, just to see, he put his hand behind the vent on the Xbox One X. It's like, man, that sucker was coming out hot. But to me, that's good because the fan is throwing out all the heat, right? It's not staying in the console. It's throwing that heat out. That means to me it's efficient. It's good. It's working good.
Then it explodes in your face.
Better not explode. No, but I wouldn't mind. I'd like to get that, and that way I can get me a couple of 4K HDR Blu-rays to watch. Like I said, I have that one, but
Talking about movies, are there any 4K movie downloads or streaming?
Streaming, I think Netflix has some. whatchamacallit, Apple. The
Apple TV?
Apple TV. You get the new one. It has them. If you ever bought old movies, if you ever have movies on your account, they'll upgrade them all to 4K for free.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So if they're available in 4K, Apple will up. It'll up. You know, when you look for them, they're gonna be in 4K. Be like, yes. So a lot of people were happy as hell with that. You know, and nobody does that. Like if you got it in 1080p, you got it in HD, then you want it in 4K, you better go buy it. You know, but Apple was
again is that Apple TV. Maybe is it able to play those lower level movies?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and like I said, if it's 1080p
resolution,
if it's 1080p resolution, it'll upscale it. It'll make it look better than normal, you know, because it has all that power, it has all that processing power and whatever. So it's always better to have something that has to downscale, because that means it'll give it to you at the highest possible resolution, you know. So, all right, moving on. This next one is, what time is it? I don't know.
9:45.
Listening to SCP Radio out of Houston, Texas. So the next one is the Hori Dragon Ball Z branded fight stick.
That's according to a listing on Amazon Japan, which shows a ship date of February 1st, 2018.
Damn.
It looks to be the real Arcade Pro in Hayabusa model, but with some sweet Goku Super Saiyan Blue blue art on top. It's compatible with PS4, PS3, and PC.
No Xbox. Damn.
Sorry, no Xbox.
Oh man,
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's like the one I have, but more modern. But yeah, I was like, oh, they're gonna get a Ori stick for the Dragon Ball Z fighter. But I wonder if you can play it with that I guess that joystick.
I would think you could.
I mean, well, I haven't played it. Mikey's the one that's played it. I haven't tried it out yet. He played I don't think it's out, right? Do you know? That game's not out, right?
I have no idea.
I think the demo came out and Mikey played it. He said it was pretty awesome. All right, who wants to take the Humvee?
The what?
Is it Humvee? Oh. Humvee maker sues Activision for trademark infringement in Call of Duty video games.
Interesting.
The owner of the video game series Call of Duty has illegally used trademarks for Humvee military vehicles and reaped millions of dollars in revenue. In doing so, the lawsuit filed by a Humvee maker on Tuesday alleges. Humvee maker AM General says in the lengthy complaint that Activision Blizzard, which owns the video game series, improperly featured Humvee and HMMWV trademarks in Call of Duty and has licensed related content with the marks for use in toys and books. And it just talks about quality.
Which, in a sense, if they got the specs, some of the specs for those, the animation or the specs for those Humvee vehicles, I think American Motors, right? American Motor Generals waited, which is kind of smart, waited till it got popular to finally go after them.
Well, they've been popular.
Yeah, they've been popular since what?
2003.
10? Well, it came out in 2003, but like the peak was like 2010.
Well, that's what I mean. They waited till they were making some money to finally put this infringement lawsuit.
No, I think it's because Humvee's going out of business.
But I mean, I don't know.
Humvee, no one buys a Humvee.
No, those are military vehicles.
Right, that's what I mean. Nobody, no general public buys Humvees.
Not those.
It's all military.
Yeah. But
so it's not like they're going out of business, because they're not going to go out of business because it's military.
But, did they have to get, because if they don't call it a Humvee, they say they call it something else, right? HMM. something. Yeah, WV. If they didn't call it a Humvee, and they didn't even have to ask for permission, because I know like on some of the games, like football games, like Madden is the only one that can do football because they had a contract with NFL. Yeah, and they were the only ones that can use the NFL license. So other companies made teams, same color, similar logo, different name, and they all made games, and the players looked like the players but didn't have the same names. As long as they didn't name them the same thing with them. If they didn't name it a Humvee.
Well, apparently, if there's a complaint or some lawsuit involved, I mean, the lawyers have had enough merit to file.
Yeah, but you see how much, like they said, they've reaped billions of dollars in revenue. So they're going to try as much as they can to try to get some of that money.
And if they can sell it out of court, they'll sell it out of court.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Or get a percentage.
Yeah, they'll probably settle out of court. It's probably just a money grab. I don't see how they're going to get, I don't know. Because they got, all the gun companies are going to call now because they have every single gun that's out there on that game. You know, everything, the uniforms, everything they use in that game is trying to be authentic from real life. So now all the company, everybody's going to get in line. All right, when y'all are done, we're going to file a lawsuit.
It all depends. I mean, again, is if they win or lose, and if they win, settle out of court, then it's not going to be noted that it was settled out of court or what the judgment was. That way, nobody else can follow suit.
Yeah. So if they win in court, if Activision or whatever loses in court, that sends a precedent. So everybody else is gonna come after them. So yeah, they'd be like, how much you want?
So they're just trying to sue because of the shape of the vehicle, or
they're saying that that's a Humvee in there. Y'all driving that in
because other video games have the same thing.
I know,
like especially
but
GTA.
They're not making that much money on
GTA. Yeah, I'm saying GTA is a big one. You could drive it,
but maybe they licensed it.
I don't know. But they don't have the same name, of course. GTA never has the same name.
But that's
and like all the cars in GTA are actually real cars.
Yeah.
So no, it's the same because I remember there was a restaurant that made some Astros shirts, but they put the restaurant name on it, but it was the same color, so whatever. And they got a letter from the Astros to cease and desist. Yeah. So they stopped wearing those, and they complete. So it could be something similar.
Yeah.
Where it's so much alike or whatever that people think it's infringement or whatever, that it's legit, that they have legal
precedents or whatever to do something about it. All right, next up, Team Fortress 2 update. Have you ever played Team Fortress 2, Hector?
A couple of times, but not.
A couple of times. I played it a couple of times. Never really caught my attention. Wally, you ever played?
I don't have. Sheesh.
Well, that came out on computer and
Nah.
PlayStation probably and Xbox. And so an update for Team Fortress 2 has been released. The update will be applied automatically when you restart Team Fortress 2. The major changes include fix the bug related to the fortified compound and lighting arrows. Updated the RGL.GG Pickband Prolander participant tournament medal so it can be painted, and updated the localization files. So not too big of a update, but I mean at least they're keeping that sucker going.
Old.
That's an old game, and they're keeping it going. So because I'm pretty sure they still got a lot of people playing it. That's the thing.
That
was a popular game. All right, next up, Pokemon.
I want it. It has Harry Potter in it.
Dang.
It's
Okay.
mine now.
Leave it alone.
Pokemon Go developer making a Harry Potter game. Niantic, is that what you said?
Yeah, Niantic.
Niantic has confirmed the development of the AR game Harry Potter Wizards Unite and offered some hint of what gameplay will actually entail. Niantic's official description explains gameplay will have players exploring real-world neighborhoods and cities across the globe. Go on adventures, learn and cast spells, discover mysterious artifacts, and encounter legendary beasts and iconic characters. So while it is currently unknown what AR functionality will be included, it seems some mix of spellcasting and beast encounters to some extent. Niantic will be producing the game in conjunction with WB's Portkey Game Studio. The beloved Harry Potter series have captured imaginations worldwide for more than 20 years and soon will turn the fantasy into augmented reality, allowing fans and their friends to become wizards and witches. Niantic CEO John Hank said in a statement. Niantic Labs, the developer behind Pokemon Go, is reportedly developing another augmented reality game, Harry Potter Wizards Unite. The game will be developed in collaboration with Warner Bros. Interactive's new Potter-focused sub-brand Portkey Games, according to TechCrunch. Niantic is currently set to release the game in 2018.
So it's an AR game, right? Like the Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And are you gonna be just casting? Does it say what
They
type?
said you're gonna go. You can explore real world neighborhoods and like go everywhere, like across the globe, and learn spells and cast them and
Discover.
encounter beasts and stuff.
You think that would take?
Hey, Pokemon Go did. It's another similar game.
Harry Potter is.
And
a
Harry
big
Potter's
thing.
very, very popular. Let me see. Okay, skip the next one. Introducing the PlayStation VR Skyrim VR bundle.
Oh, the Skyrim.
The November 17 release date for the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR is just around the corner, and we couldn't be happier to announce that they're making it easier than ever to enjoy the epic open world to the Elder Scrolls with the PlayStation VR Skyrim VR bundle. That's a mouthful right there. The PlayStation VR Skyrim VR bundle includes the PS VR system, PlayStation camera, two PlayStation Move controllers, and Skyrim VR, including the Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn add-ons. Also included is an updated PS VR demo disc that features demos from 13 PS VR titles.
Cool.
The PlayStation VR Skyrim bundle will launch alongside the game on November 17 in the US for $449.99, and in Canada, who cares in Canada?
Yeah, who cares?
If you want to make sure you get your hands on one, pre-order your bundle starting today. This is a full-length open-world game you have been waiting to experience in virtual reality. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim's stellar reputation hardly needs an introduction, as the title has won more than 200 Game of the Year awards in its time. They simply can't wait for the PS4 gamers to experience it like never before. For those who are longtime fans of the game, Skyrim VR will transport you to the right game's epic world. For those who have yet to play Skyrim, you are in a massive treat. You are in for a massive treat.
Skyrim's cool, but I want to try that VR. I'd like to try the VR version of that to see what it has. Did you see me play Skyrim?
I've heard of it a lot, but I don't think
I had it on the computer.
Have you seen the demo online or anything? Or
Not of the VR version. But I mean, the game Skyrim, I had it on my computer. I used to play it on the computer. That's a fun game. But I want to see how it is on the with VR. Like, do you just see yourself swinging a sword or throwing out magic or whatever? Because that's what you are. You're a soldier. I think that's the one where they used to joke around because you would hear. I used to be. You would go up to a town and you'd hear soldiers talking or whatever, and they're like, "Yeah, I used to be out there doing this and that." He goes, "But then I took an arrow to the knee and right, that was the one that said that. I took an arrow to the knee and now." And that was, everybody used to talk about how they took an arrow to the knee. Yeah. And that stopped him from, being an explorer or whatever.
days.
Yeah, back in the good old days. So, but yeah, Skyrim's an awesome game. Long game. I only played a few hours of it, and I didn't even scratch the surface of that game.
So, Mike, let me ask you something. Ed, how far do you see this virtual reality in the future? Now you have the goggles, right? Do you see like some type of a suit to wear where you see yourself and or your how you call it your the person in there, and you see yourself swinging or whatever? And not only that, but the suit itself has sensors where you actually feel a hurt, a buzz, or a pain, or something on that suit.
Yeah, well, they already have vests that do that. So, like, if you get shot in the game, you'll feel a strong pain wherever you got shot in the game. They have a lot of different parts. They just haven't made it all in one. Like, they have different companies that make, there's this where you touch something and it gives pressure to where you can't squeeze, like if you're holding something. And in the game you have a cup, and so when you put your hand around the cup, the glove puts pressure to where
you can't squeeze.
You can't squeeze because there's a cup there, right? Even though there's not. So they have all these technologies. When they put them all together into one big cohesive suit or whatever, that's when we're getting somewhere, I mean, in
that's where it's real gaming.
Yeah, but
to
me, I don't think VR is gonna be the way. It's gonna be AR, where you can see, not where you can see the real world and there's stuff here. Mm-hmm. Because VR, you're blind. You don't have nothing.
Right.
I can't see myself making that a big thing in my life. Because if you're doing VR. And you trip over something, you but if you have AR, you're seeing the world, and then there's stuff over, And I would like it so much that where I look right here and boom, on top of it says Hector, this is gamer tag, this is this. He works over here. This is, and I look at you and it tells me all your information. That's AR. That to me is futuristic. Because it's like if you're Facebook, like I'm connected with you on Facebook, boom, it brings up your Facebook stats.
But it's there already, right?
Yeah, all that's there. That's what I'm saying. Just access it, and I may have contacts that do it. The contacts.
Whereas, what I just said is the technology is already there. It's just how to
use it
or how to give it to the consumer.
Yeah, like they're working on contacts to try to make them. I don't think that's close yet. We have glasses that can do it, but those are dorky looking glasses and they're expensive and stuff like that. They probably don't last that long. So I couldn't use it all day. I could only use it for a couple of hours and then I have to put them down and charge them. Once they come, like there's a book that I read where you put on a belt and it has a big old battery pack on the belt, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's got a cable that comes to your glasses. And the glasses, they look like sunglasses. They just look like normal sunglasses you buy. Well, the glasses do like I just said, where you look at somebody and it brings up their information. And then they have on, I don't know if they have gloves on or what, but they do these weird, movements. And it looks like they're doing magic or something, right? Mm-hmm. They're doing these movements, but they mean something in the computer that they have on their face. And, like this one guy goes, look, check this out. And he moves it to where instead of showing everybody's name, it showed what they were worth, their bank accounts. And the guy's like, what'd you do? You hacked into their individual. He goes, no, this is all available online for free. Everybody has this ability. They just don't know where to go. He goes, and they're at a mall and they're looking around and you're seeing, all these people in the red, people that look rich, people walking around with expensive clothes.
Right.
They're 90,000 in debt, $90,000. This is 80, and then you look at people that they look poor. 150,000 extra. Yeah, and they're like, wow, that, and then there's one guy that stopped by and says, hey, I've been noticing people with those glasses. where can I get some or whatever? And that dude, he was one of the ones that was $90,000 in debt, you know, trying to buy more shit, you know. But he's like, look at that. We, you know, people are in debt and they're just steady trying to buy more and more and more, even though they can't afford it, you know. But that's something that I can see, you know, in the future. Just like I said, if they're big old bulky glasses like we have now, that's not gonna work. They need to get smaller tech, you know.
Which it's coming, you know.
Yeah, it'll be here pretty soon. You know.
You know, it's not any different from the VHSs from Blu-ray. Now is streaming. You know, the technology is getting better and the equipment is getting smaller.
Yeah. Yeah.
And pretty soon you won't need a box. It's just gonna be a cable.
Yeah, or not even. Everything's gonna be in the, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have glasses, everything's gonna be in there. Just put it on, you're good to go. You know. But yeah, battery technology needs to improve, all that stuff.
But again, the U.S. is, how many years are we behind in technology opposed to Japan and China?
A lot of years, no?
3 to 5, right?
Probably, or more.
Yeah, because we're way behind.
Yeah, we're not, and a lot of that has to do with science isn't cared for as much as it used to be and all that stuff. Even like, what is that new city over there where the oil, where them people that got all the oil, that new city? Dubai. They're like high tech, straight up. But they got all the money in the world because of the oil. I get that. But they're freaking high tech over there. We're in the past compared to them. You know?
It's sad too.
we should be
the leading country in tech.
Yeah, but
no.
We're not.
We're the last one. We're the last ones.
Damn near.
Yeah,
well,
math aside,
not Mexico and stuff, but yeah.
Wow.
But yeah.
As a superpower,
yeah, we're not.
It's sad.
Yeah, it is.
It's sad.
We let a lot of that go. You know, like it was. We were gaining all this momentum. Like back in the day when we were going to the moon, everybody was about science and tech and all this stuff, and we had all these people going to science, and then all that just stopped. You know, now people don't care about that stuff. You know, it's not a big push, you know. But, oh well, hopefully that changes soon. All right, so let's mention our last sponsor, Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. If you or someone you know is always getting into trouble on the weekends when they're out partying, like Junior,
Faith,
and Faithy.
Excuse me.
There's a number you need to remember. It's 713 Best Bet. Okay, the number 713 Best Bet. So if you get put in jail, that one phone call they give you, they say, okay, here you got one call you can make. 713 Best Bet. That's for Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give them a call, 713-237-8238, and be sure to let them know that SCP Radio sent you. So that's the end of the show. Thanks to all the listeners. We appreciate you guys for, you know, following us here on Facebook and watching the live stream, or on YouTube, or on the website, scpradio.com. We got a stream going right there.
And next week, for our show, we're going to give away an Echo Dot.
Oh, you got an Echo Dot you want to give away?
I do.
All right, so next week y'all best be
listening.
Listen in, because at any time in the show we may say call in now, and you get an Echo Dot,
brand new Echo Dot.
They're pretty cool. I got one here. What's her name? Hey Alexa. She can't hear me. Okay, but
Alexa, what time is it?
She's hiding over here. They might have turned it off.
Oh.
10:08 p.m.
10:08 p.m. she said. So yeah, how do you call it? They're good. You know, Echo Dot's pretty cool. You'd have fun playing with that. All right, so remember, next week you have a chance to win an Echo Dot. You got to be listening though.
Listening.
Yep, you got to be listening. So where can we find you, Hector?
You can find me on Instagram. It's @TamaleBoys.
@TamaleBoys.
I'm still trying to find out where to find me.
Okay. Faithy? No? Wally.
Wally Silvers on Instagram.
All right. You can find me at on Twitter at Space Cadet Pro, Facebook, Michael Lopez, Instagram, SCP Radio, and always go to scpradio.com. We're always there. Chat with us on the chat room. Email us at scpradio@spacecadetpro.com. Leave us a voicemail at 832-910-7727. And ask us a question so Faithy can answer it for you.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So that's it. Anybody got anything else? Anything else to mention?
No, but I think we need to do a field trip to Japan or China to go see the latest and greatest tech.
Oh yeah.
If I'm going to Japan, I'm going to Studio Ghibli, and I'm going to the world of Ghibli. Okay.
I don't know what language she said.
I don't know either.
I'm gonna go see Totoro as well.
All right.
You
So
you find me on the street where the food is.
Yeah, me too.
alrighty. Well, I'm about to head out to go check out Jimmy at Shooters.
You are?
So yep. So I guess we'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Peace out,
Laters.
everybody. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on spacecadetpro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.